Hays County is the fastest growing county in Texas. There are 5 neighborhoods in Kyle that you need to know about. So Hays County is south and more west of Austin. So it includes Buda, Kyle, San Marcos, Wimberley, Wood Creek, Dripping Springs, Driftwood, that whole swath of area like to the southwest. So it's all exploding. A lot of these towns like Wimberley, Kyle, and Buda were like blips on the map. Even Dripping Springs was really small 20, 30 years ago. And now they're like booming centers of commerce with crazy real estate prices. So much change and growth and expansion. So Kyle is one of them that used to be a tiny spot. I would drive from San Marcos to Austin to the mall when I was growing up, and we would pass this water tower that said Kyle, and that was like all there was to Kyle as far as I knew. But they do have a main street that they've kept. It's like historic downtown Main Street where they've got the courthouse and the city buildings, and they're doing a lot of rejuvenation down there with new cafes and just beautiful parks. So it's very charming in that area, and then everything around it is just exploding. Okay, so here are the 5 neighborhoods that I love the most in Kyle. Number 1 is called Six Creeks. Six Creeks is off Old Stagecoach Road. It's west of 35. It's out nestled in kind of near hometown Kyle, but it's new. So it's got some high-end builders that are coming in. My favorite 2 that are building in there right now are Highland Homes and MI. There are 3 others. I think Perry is in there, Taylor Morrison, and Coventry, I think. So lots of nice products being built at Six Creeks, and it's got an incredible amenity center with pickleball courts, a resort-style pool, a stocked catch and release fishing pond, trails, playground area. What else is in Six Creeks? It's amazing. Those are the main amenities, right?
Yes, but it is 800 acres.
Oh, it's 800 acres and there's like green space built into it too. So anyway, it's just really beautiful. The homes in there are really a quality build. It is, I believe, the highest price point in Kyle as far as like a neighborhood. So there are houses like one-offs selling higher than things that are selling in Six Creeks, but it's definitely like a high-end neighborhood in Kyle. Beautiful. I looked with some clients at Six Creeks in December, and the prices then were just under $500. I think they had like a 2,500 square foot floor plan that was like $491 at that time. Of course, everything has gone up substantially since then, now that the market is taking off. So I don't think you can get anything under $500 in Six Creeks. All right, second neighborhood to tell you about in Kyle is called Plum Creek. Plum Creek has a special place in my heart. I have loved it ever since it went in. The developer put Plum Creek in with this idea of building community, and so he built houses. Most of them have detached garages, and so instead of a garage in the front, you see a front porch, and they have mailboxes right at the street instead of a cluster down the street, which is just, I think, charming. There's sycamore trees lining the streets, and the neighborhood's been in there since early 2000s, maybe late 90s. I'd say early 2000s. So the trees have had plenty of time to take root and get nice height and provide a lot of good shade. It just feels more established than a lot of the newer communities in Kyle, and I just think it's super charming. Plum Creek, I think, is one of those neighborhoods that you either really like or just really don't, but I love it. It has a golf course, is like built into the community, but you don't pay for the golf course as part of your HOA. You can belong to it separately. But part of the HOA are 2 swimming pools, one like Olympic style and one more resort style. There's a splash pad, there's a dog park, there's catch and release fishing, there's playgrounds sprinkled everywhere and sports fields sprinkled everywhere. Negley Elementary is built right into Plum Creek, so it's walkable for elementary kids. What am I forgetting with Plum Creek? You can buy in there I'd say between like $325 and $600 is probably the range. So a lot of variety depending on how old the house is and what shape it's in and how big, of course.
Do you want to mention Spicy Bite?
Oh, you need to mention Spicy Bite. Spicy Bite it's like right by Plum Creek, right?
It's right behind Plum Creek.
Josh used to teach at Hays High School, and everyone talked about Spicy Bite for lunch. That's like where everybody went. And they what's their best thing is? Everything. Maybe we'll cut you in talking about Spicy Bite. Okay.
No video on Spicy Bite coming up.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Okay, neighborhood number 3 is called Crosswinds of Kyle. It's in northeast Kyle. So now we're on the other side of 35. I think, don't quote me on this, I think it is still the northernmost community that's considered Kyle before you get into Shadow Creek and some of the Buda communities. But it's right off Windy Hill Road. It's out east. It's still pretty new. So you can buy resale in there or you can buy new in there, although the new builds you're going to wait for. I think, so Guillen and Pacesetter are building in there, and I think Highland is building in there too. So that's a nice, I would say the product line in there is probably like a medium product line, but still really, they choose really quality finishes and just designs that are appealing to like everyone. In Crosswinds of Kyle, there's a pool, there's a dog park, there's a splash pad, what else is there? There's trails.
Playgrounds and dog park, but you said dog park.
Yeah, and playgrounds too. So all the basic amenities that you're hoping for when you buy into a neighborhood with an HOA. Okay, neighborhood number 4 is Hometown Kyle. It is back west of 35 off Old Stagecoach Road. It's right near Six Creeks, which we already talked about. Hometown Kyle has been there for a while, so it also has a little bit more of an established feel with some larger trees in the front yards. It has nice sidewalks in there. It just has like an old school charming feel when you drive into it, and you can get a good house for your money in Hometown Kyle still. They have good community events. I feel like that's like what Hometown Kyle is known for. They've got like this Easter egg hunt. They've got park parties. They've got organized community garage sales pretty frequently through the year. So it just seems like they're always doing something to sort of draw the community together. Plum Creek is like that too. There's a lot like that, but Hometown Kyle is one that I think of as having definitely that sense of community within. All right, neighborhood number 5 is called Woodlands Park. It's in southeast Kyle out 150. It's pretty far out there. I think they just stopped building in there, but everything in there was built, I believe, by Meritage or Lennar. There may have been some custom stuff in the very beginning, but it's fairly recently built, so it's not like you're gonna get a house with a ton of maintenance that you have to work on there. It's also a nice price point. You can buy in Woodlands Park under $400, and that's becoming hard to find even in Kyle. They've got good amenities in there. They've got a swimming pool, they've got a playground, they've got good trails, and it's connected to Cool Springs also, which is another newer community. So if you're a walker or a jogger, you've got just a lot of places that you can go without getting out on the highway. Woodlands Park is also close to Waterleaf Park, which has a lot of good trails in it, and the trails in there are actually going to connect to a larger system within the city of Kyle that is being worked on right now. So that'll be cool if you're into hiking or biking. There's a sports complex at Waterleaf Park. There's just a lot of good outdoor space. So all of that is close by when you're at Woodlands Park. The only reason I don't have Woodlands Park higher on my list is because the traffic on 150 to get to it can get pretty hairy. That road needs to be widened, I think, because there's so much being built out that direction. So that's the downside, I'd say. But as far as price point and amenities, it's a terrific neighborhood. That's it for right now. So if you have any questions, please reach out. There are so many more great neighborhoods in Kyle. I just plucked out the 5 that I've sold the most in and feel the most confident in. There's some new ones going in that I'm excited about, still watching to see. But if you have any questions about any neighborhood you see or just buying in Hays County in general, please reach out. I'd love to help you. And please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks. Have a great day.